Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for yet another live stream to discuss about the latest AC Milan news and rumors currently going on. Now, today's news are mainly highlighted by Jose Mauri as he's set to join Empoli on a season-long loan. Now, many people are asking me, will there be an option to buy after this season is done for Jose Mauri? And no, there won't be an obligation or an option to buy for Jose Mauri. This is a dry loan. What that means is that once the loan is done at the end of the season, the player will be returning to Milan. Now, obviously speaking, I would have preferred to see Jose Mauri at Milan, but unfortunately, he won't be getting any playing time, or at least he won't be getting the playing time that he deserves at Milan this season. And simply, it is a waste to keep such good talent on the bench without any motive. So this is why Jose Mauri will be sent to Empoli to have some playing time, to do well. At the same time, he will be remaining in the Serie A, so Milan can monitor his progress as well in a team in which he will be finding more playing time altogether. Once again, I can't say really that I'm fully disappointed in this, but at the same time, this is definitely the better option for Jose Mauri. I think that he will be doing well at Empoli. We saw it when Saponara joined Empoli and other players. I think he will be getting more playing time altogether, and that is what counts at this very moment for him. Now, before going on with the other news, make sure to send in your comments and questions throughout the live stream, as I'll be answering them in about 5 to 10 minutes. So please do that. I'll be doing that very soon. There's just a question here that I quickly read regarding Jose Mauri. Will AC Milan receive any money for Mauri's season-long loan to Empoli? Details regarding financial prices and contract details really haven't been set just as of yet. I think they're in the process of finalizing these details, so I will be announcing it once we know more information concerning Jose Mauri's loan to Empoli. Now, moving on with the other news today, Montella has mentioned that if Milan don't end up signing a regista, Jose Sosa could very well be taking that spot. And now this is something that you guys have been asking me for a very long time, and I recall getting many questions for this particular player. Jose Sosa, could he be replacing Montolivo in that regista role? Well, the truth is now that Montella is actually considering it, so there might be a reason to be happy, I guess, to see Jose Sosa finally possibly replacing Montolivo. Now, will this be on a continuous basis? I simply don't think that it will be on a continuous basis, meaning that if he's set to come on one game, don't expect him to see him every game. But it's definitely something that is encouraging to see. Oh, I think Jose Sosa has a lot to offer in this team. He definitely has better playmaking abilities than Montolivo. Then, I mean, if you could just see the comparison between the two players, if one has good playmaking abilities and the other doesn't, then I don't see a reason as to why Jose Sosa shouldn't be getting that regista role. And now that Montolivo is actually Montella is actually considering it, then I mean, this would be very good to see if Jose Sosa could fill in Montolivo's shoes and actually play in that regard, in that position. So it will be definitely good to see. I think Jose Sosa has a lot to offer once again. But this all remains to be seen. I mean, Milan can still maybe sign someone at the last second. Very unlikely due to the fact that there's only 2 days remaining in this transfer window. But if they do sign someone in that position, then that'll be great. If not, Jose Sosa is ready to take Montolivo's place. This could be a good option for Milan. We'll have to see and wait to see what happens, really. Also been some news regarding Vergara. Turkish side Bursaspor have actually inquired regarding the player. Now, they wanted to sign him on a loan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But it seems that Vergara has rejected this proposal, and he wants to remain in Italy. He doesn't want to go to Turkey. This is one of the players that I mentioned several times has to leave Milan. I mean, once again, just like Jose Mauri, is not going to be getting any playing time this season. At least that's what I think. Vergara was very poor in the preseason. Really didn't have nothing to show for Montella to even give him some conviction. So at this very moment, Vergara won't be getting any playing time. I don't know if there's going to be some last-minute offers for him from Italy in these last 2 days. But thing is, if he doesn't get any offers, he will be remaining at Milan without getting any playing time. So best thing to do for him at the moment, I think, is if an offer comes in, which I do believe could come in from now on until Wednesday, he should just accept it and take it, because simply he won't be getting any playing time at Milan, and at the same time he could be getting playing time elsewhere. Now, this is a player that has been loaned out so many times over the course of these past years, and simply he just can't fit in at Milan just yet. So I think it's time for him to once again move on to another team and get some more playing time. Now, I've also wanted to speak about Rodrigo Caio. I know a lot of people are asking me about him. Now, apparently Milan has been intensifying their contacts with Sao Paulo regarding the center back, 23 years of age, regarded as one of the better center backs of Brazil. I think he would be a very good option for Milan if we actually manage to sign him. But Milan is insisting on signing him. They actually want him at all costs. I don't know if you guys recall, but a few weeks ago I said that he had to still get his Italian passport. He didn't have an Italian passport, and that's what was blocking him really from joining Milan at this very moment. Now, it appears to be that Rodrigo Caio got his Italian passport, so he could potentially get signed in this transfer window, even though it's very unlikely because Sao Paulo wants 15 million euros. At the very moment, Milan don't have those funds in order to invest in this summer window. So it seems to be that in January, it's going to be more likely that Milan could potentially sign him then. But what Milan is doing at the moment with Sao Paulo, they're trying to find a formula to close this deal, and also a method of payment, because it's very important to see how these funds will be distributed. Maybe there could be some contacts regarding the fact that Milan could be paying a portion right away and pay the rest in January. Will Sao Paulo accept that? I'm not quite sure, but this could be a very good option for Milan if they could get it. They won't be paying the full 15 million euros. Maybe they'll pay 4 or 5 million euros. I'm not quite sure how much they have left in that budget, but if they could allocate some money in this transfer window and be able to pay the rest in January, if Sao Paulo somehow manages to agree to such a thing, that'll be the best thing that Milan could do in this very moment. With 2 days remaining, this is a signing that would be very good for Milan. Will it happen? Personally, I think there's a 20% chance at this very moment that Rodrigo Caio will become a Milan player this summer. Anything can still happen, but it's just way too close to that deadline day. And, you know, the hours are passing. There's about maybe 48 hours until that transfer deadline occurs. So I simply don't think that it will happen now. But if Milan do continue these contacts with Sao Paulo, then he will definitely be signed in January, because Milan will, of course, have the money to pay for him in January. So there will be no excuse to not sign him. So let's start off by reading your questions and comments. I'll be doing that for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So make sure to send them in. So starting off, Gio, since our team is weak in defense, don't you think we should change into a defensive formation? At least against strong teams like Napoli, because at 4-3-3 is not going to work, as I think, at least. Not quite sure what you mean as a defensive formation. I don't think Milan is really willing to play 5 in the back, or even a 3-5-2 where the wing backs could come back and help the defense. I think that Milan is definitely going with this 4-3-3 or a 4-3-1-2 with the trequartista. These are the type of formations that you could expect to see from Montella. I simply don't see any other formation in terms of defensive. I don't think they'll be going more defensive than they already are with 4 in the back. So in terms of formation, I simply don't think that we will be changing. What Milan needs are players that are strong in defense, good partners. As I said before, Gustavo Gomez and Romagnoli are simply two players are still getting to know each other. It's going to take time until they adapt to each other's style. Communication is not the best because they don't speak the same language. So it's going to take a while to actually be comfortable with each other. At this very moment, like I said a few days ago, Gustavo Gomez could be a reliable option, but right now it doesn't seem like he will be. That is why I would prefer a guy like Rodrigo Caio, a guy that's pretty much already established. I think he could do better than Gustavo Gomez, and I think that he could be forming a very good partnership with Romagnoli for that regard. It feels like Montolivo will be on his way out. The groundwork is being laid out perhaps in January, most likely next summer. What do you think? Montolivo could be on his way out. I mean, if the investments are coming in this January transfer window, the upcoming one, Milan could very well get the regista that they need. And this midfield has been a problem for many years. That is why us Milanisti have been so against the idea of renewing Montolivo's contract when it was done in June, I believe. So honestly, I think that Montolivo should be going on his way out. The fans hate him. He's not doing any good to the team. He definitely doesn't deserve captaincy. So I simply don't know why he's still at Milan. But this is going to be up to the new owners to get rid of him or keep him. So we'll see what happens. Do I think that Montella should try De Gio at center back? I don't think so. I don't think that De Gio should be playing in that position simply because he's not physical enough. And I think that you need someone with physicality in that back line, in the center back especially. I see De Gio way better as a fullback rather than anything else at the moment. Jose Mauri could have been used against Udinese because of Kuchka's suspension. Yes, he may have, but I don't think Milan is really caring about one game or Jose Mauri for that regard. I think they're thinking long-term here. So obviously they have to make that sort of deal with Empoli rather than thinking about one game in itself. Reports claim Milan are ready to offer 15 million for Rodrigo Caio. I already said that. Hopefully we don't lose out on him. Hopefully we actually do get him. That'll be great. But yeah, we're gonna have to see about that. Could I record a live stream during the Milan matches so we can share our opinions on the game with you? That could actually be a very good idea. There's many other fan channels on YouTube that are already doing that with their respective teams. So that could be an idea. I think I could be trying that out for a few matches with you guys. Maybe for the big matches, that could be an idea. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, exactly. I could do it like sort of what I'm doing right now, maybe commenting on the match itself while it's going on. And you guys could send in your opinions and comments. That'll be great. What do I think about Milan should buy with the money of the Chinese next year? As I said before, I think that Milan should be investing in a defender at all costs, a center back, and definitely some man for the midfield because right now the midfield is inexistent. We've seen it for many years. It's just there. It's just you got players playing for no particular reason. No player that could give a role to this team. No player that could really influence this team in a positive way. Give them that spark. There's no one in the midfield that could do it. You can maybe argue a bit for Bonaventura, but in terms of a regista, there's no one right there. I mean, you can't rely on Montolivo to be your playmaker. You simply can't. If you want to get back into Europe, you can't rely on him being a playmaker. You can't rely on a guy that's going to have maybe two games out of 10 that he's going to do something decent. You can't do that in the Serie A especially. Can can I watch a game and highlight your reactions? So sort of like just film the game. It's film myself during the game and then just cut it and put my reactions. That could be an idea. But we're gonna see what happens with that. Why not try streaming the match against Udinese to try it out? Yes, I could do that, but at the same time, once again, guys, I cannot include footage of the game. It's gonna have to be only myself commenting and you guys sharing your opinions and so forth. As I said before, there's already a lot of fan channels doing that, and I'm willing to try it out for you guys if you guys would like that. I think it would be interesting to see. If I can make a dream signing of any player, who would I choose? I'm a new fan of your channel. Dream signing, realistically, I guess, because dream signings, I mean, I can name so many players that I would like them to play for Milan. But I think a player like Lewandowski would be great to see in the attack. I think he would be phenomenal to see at Milan, but I don't think he would arrive. Do I think the Chinese even exist? Obviously, if the preliminary agreement was signed, they obviously do exist. If I could sign Ronaldo, Messi, or Neymar, who would I pick that best suits Milan? Possibly Ronaldo. Messi and Neymar are good players as well, but Ronaldo's just complete. What do I think about Cáceres? Do you think he will come to Milan? Maybe Milan could once again reopen contacts for Cáceres, but at the very moment, I don't think that Milan have been in contacts with Juventus or anything. So we'll see what happens. Now, there has been some last-second reports here considering Hernanes, but apparently Di Marzio from Sky said that Hernanes won't be an option for Milan, so he won't be coming. He won't be coming. Apparently, Di Marzio just said that he won't be an option. He can't officially come. Something like Tiziano Crudeli. You guys want me to go crazy during the matches. That's what you guys want. We'll see about that. It's taking a long time to move Diego Lopez. There are also reports of talks of Gabriel leaving with him. Why would Milan do this? Who would be Milan's backup? You see, Gabriel was a goalkeeper that Torino was always interested in. They always wanted to sign him on loan, but now they will be getting Joe Hart, so I don't think Gabriel will be leaving anymore. And, you know, as I said, once again, there's only 48 hours remaining until the transfer deadline is officially happening, so I don't see Diego Lopez or Gabriel leaving in this transfer window at this very moment, unless some last-minute team pops up and says, you know, we want to sign him on loan, and Milan allows it. But at this very moment, I think both Diego Lopez and Gabriel could actually stay. Favorite signings so far, not many to choose from. I haven't seen much of anyone so far in terms of new signings. If I would have to choose, I would probably say Lapadula. I think Lapadula could be a very good supplement for Bacca if he comes in and does well. Who do I think should replace Niang and Kuchka in the next game? Maybe Lapadula and Pasalic. That could be an option. Not sure if Milan's still going to be playing with a 4-3-3 now that Niang is gone, but we're going to have to see about that. Do I think our best style of play is tiki-taka style? Do you think Pep Guardiola can come in the future and make the real change? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think he's a good coach, but I definitely don't think he's going to come to Milan. And I think that Milan cannot play tiki-taka with these players that they have at this very moment. Pedro Biang, yes, he's been a player that has already been linked to Milan in the past, but I don't think he's possible in this very moment. Rodrigo Eli and Erson Vergara are sold according to Planeta Rossonero. I haven't heard any official news from reliable sources regarding that, so I don't think that that's true at the very moment. It could happen, not saying anything, but at this very moment there's no reliable source regarding it. I'll answer some more questions until maybe 2 or 3 more. What happened to FIFA 16-17 predicts the scores to Milan games? It was honestly so time consuming, and I wasn't getting the response that I was hoping for. That is why I put that on a break for now. Maybe they could return in the future. We'll see what happens. What do I think of Galliani being replaced by Fassone? Galliani has been shit recently, so I'm happy. I think it's very good. I remember, though, a few weeks ago I spoke about it. Fassone is trying to find a person that's going to be taking in the transfer market. Fassone is going to be the new CEO, but he's going to want a sporting director to go along with it. So he's still on the lookout for that. Would I come to Qatar for the 2022 World Cup to watch Italy play? If someone could pay my flight, sure. At the very moment, I don't have that type of money. So, has there been any indications that Milan would at least entertain offers from clubs for Paletta or Poli? Have Milan approached any clubs offering certain players as available? I heard about Paletta being linked to Atalanta, but his agent and Milan have said that he's most likely to remain at Milan this season. Who should be the captain, in my opinion? I think either Bonaventura or Abate should become the captains of Milan. I will love to see Donnarumma being captain, but obviously that won't happen at this very time. At this moment, I don't think it would happen. So, guys, keep sending in your questions. I'll be reading them throughout the day. I've also wanted to mention a few things before I sign off. We're very close to reaching 10,000 subscribers, guys. I cannot stress how important this is for myself and the rest of the Rossoneri TV crew. We're so close. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. It would mean so much to us. Also, you may have watched the fan reaction video after Napoli-Milan, in which Milan Club Philly and a few other guys got together to make this fan reaction video for Rossoneri TV. And I've said this in the past, I really want you guys to have some sort of say on the channel. What I would really like is you guys send in videos of yourself giving your comments on Milan's games, and I would love to see that from you guys. Recently, I've done that. I've discussed about that in the past. But many people start sending them in, then it kind of slowed down. Now there's more subscribers, and this could be a very good initiative for the channel. So if you guys want to do this, you guys could send in fan reactions to the games. The email is rossoneritv@gmail.com. You guys could send in your fan reactions, and if they're good enough, I could post them on the YouTube channel. Just speaking about the game itself, giving your thoughts on it, nothing crazy, nothing long, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. That'll be great. So if you guys want to be sending in these videos, once again, the email is rossoneritv@gmail.com. I could even post the email on the description later on. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about today's news and so forth. So I'll be speaking about that very soon. Keep sending in your questions. And once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything going on at AC Milan on a daily basis. I'll catch you guys later. This has been Gio signing off. And as always, Forza Milan.